Back in July, 8 inmates at the Edmonton Remand Center overdosed in the span of 3 days. It was one of the worst strings of overdoses the facility has seen since it opened 5 years ago, and one of the most visible examples of how the correctional system is being impacted by the opioid crisis. After the overdoses, I wanted to know more about drugs in jail, how they get in, what types are the most common, that sort of thing. Right after the overdoses happened, I filed a Freedom of Information request asking the government for over a year's worth of drug seizure reports. I got back almost 100 reports dating back to January 2017. They detail what drugs were seized, in some cases what part of the jail the seizure happened in, and whether an inmate was charged. Unfortunately, some of the most interesting details, such as how the drugs were smuggled in, were redacted. It should be extremely difficult, if not impossible, to get drugs into the Edmonton Remand. It's still state-of-the-art. Inmates are body scanned, which should pick up anything hidden in a body cavity. There are no in-person visits, no prison yard where someone might toss a package. But still, drugs are finding a way in. The head of the Correctional Officers Union told me a bit more about how this happens, the sort of seizures they make, and the most common ways of smuggling drugs. But some wonder whether the whole system of locking up people who in many cases struggle with addictions, forcing them to resort to smuggling, needs a rethink. Read the article below to find out more.